Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be.
Jeremy Fugate, all of the Northern District of Texas. And with that, I'll turn it over to Ryan.
Good morning. I'm Ryan Rabel. I'm the U.S. Attorney for the Northern District of Texas. Thank you for coming. This week, 9 individuals, including well-known musical artists, kidnapped and robbed at gunpoint numerous victims at a music studio in Dallas, Texas. 8 of the 9 were arrested yesterday in Dallas, Memphis, and Nashville. These individuals.
Rob Gucci, man. Yo, Rob Gucci. Hey, look. Shout out to my nigga Gucci. Hey, listen to me. Here's a direct sign that if you my age, boy, sit your ass down. Because you were young and running and gunning and thugging. These young folk got some more stuff. But Pooh Shiesty and your daddy. Y'all, y'all, y'all stupid. Y'all, hold on.
Individuals who are charged and arrested include Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be soon. The complaint alleges that on January 10th of this year, 3 music industry professionals traveled to Dallas for a scheduled business meeting. Lontrell Williams Jr. arranged this meeting purportedly to discuss the terms of his recording contract with one of the victims. As alleged, once these 3 men were inside the recording studio, Williams Jr. and 8 co-conspirators, several of whom traveled from Memphis, Tennessee, executed a coordinated armed takeover. As alleged, Williams Jr. produced an AK-style pistol and forced one of the victims to sign a release from the recording contract at gunpoint. The remaining conspirators displayed firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolex watches, jewelry, cash, and other high-value items. One of the victims was actually choked by one of the defendants to the point of near unconsciousness. Defendant Wright barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent the victims from escaping. The ringleader of the conspiracy, Lontrell Williams Jr., was on home confinement at the time of the offense, as alleged, for a prior firearms conspiracy charge and conviction out of the Southern District of Florida. Towards the end of his prison sentence, he had been granted home detention. Part of the terms of his home detention were that he would not commit another federal offense or possess a firearm. His father, Lontrell Williams Sr., is alleged to have helped plan and execute the federal kidnapping as charged in the complaint. And as described further in the complaint, within hours of leaving the Dallas studio, a number of the defendants were on social media displaying some of the items of that.
Hey, man. Yo, this dude got to be a special kind of stupid, man. A special kind of stupid, bro.
Appeared to be the jewelry that had been robbed from the victims. The charging document outlines some of the evidence, just some, establishing the defendants' roles in the federal offense. This is as follows: electronic monitoring data placing Williams Jr. at the offense location, which would put him in violation of his home detention conditions.
Man, when I say they about to drag the shit out, they about to drag, bro. They finna drag shouting. It's yo little stupid, but hey man, listen to me. I'm an advocate for people trying to get their life together and stay out of trouble. But you know what? It's some people that's supposed to be in jail, bro. This one Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty. This nigga supposed to be in jail. He going exactly where he's supposed to be. You didn't rob Gucci Man. You robbed Gucci Man? How? How you rob Gucci, man? You robbed Gucci, man. You did. Man, you robbed Gucci, man. Yeah. Oh, man. You got to look, man.
Cell phone records and license plate reader data corroborating the coordinated travel of multiple defendants from Memphis, Tennessee to Dallas. Rental car records confirming Williams Sr. rented a vehicle that was used by the group. Surveillance footage from the offense location, a nearby office supply store, and a hotel where several of the defendants stayed following the offense. Fingerprint evidence as well that was recovered from the crime scene, matching at least two of the defendants. Social media posts by defendants displaying what appears to be stolen property just in the days following the offense. Greyhound bus records confirming the travel of multiple defendants from Dallas to Memphis the day after the offense. The victims in this case came to Dallas to conduct legitimate business, and they were met with firearms and violence as alleged in the charging document. This case should serve as a warning to others who believe that using violence and intimidation tactics to rob others in our community is a viable way to conduct business. I'm here to say that it is not, and that if you choose to do this, we will, together with our law enforcement partners here, and the other ones in the Northern District of Texas, will bring you swiftly to justice. I want to thank the FBI Dallas Violent Crimes Task Force, the FBI's Memphis Resident Agency and Nashville Field Office, the Memphis Safe Task Force, the Dallas Police Department, the United States Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, Michael Dunovit, and AUSA Greg Wagner, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Eastern District of Texas, my dear friend and colleague Jay Combs, and the U.S. Attorney's...
Breaking news at midday. Federal agents on the ground in Cordova searching a home owned by the family of rapper Pooh Shiesty. The feds confirmed to Fox 13 they executed a federal search and arrest warrant. Neighbors reporting hearing flashbangs as agents entered the home early this morning. And our crew saw them carrying boxes out of the home as well. And this happened over the past several hours. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre has the latest details from Cordova. We're going to check in with him.
We're still working to learn the specifics in this house raid that took place here at this home in Cordova. We do know that according to the Shelby County Assessor's Office, that this home is registered to Lontrell Williams. Now, Lontrell Williams, that is the father of Pooh Shiesty, who also has the name Lontrell Williams Jr. Now, as for the specifics into this investigation, we're still working that out. We have learned that that this was an official warrant that was issued for this home, a search warrant for this home. Those FBI agents, TBI agents, came to this neighborhood about 5:30 or so. People who live in this neighborhood told us that they heard flashbangs, and they also heard the shouting from the FBI agents, TBI agents, telling whoever inside of the home to come out with their hands up. Again, this happened about 5:30 or so this morning. Take a listen to what people we spoke to who are very on edge.
All right, so I just want to go to this video. We ain't doing it, but clearly you want to do another, bro. You are different. You different, bro. That's crazy, bro. You kidnapped Gucci Man. You kidnapped Gucci Man. Hold on. What was his initial arrest? Shooting. I just want to get to this so we can get a little backstory. But this look, bro. All right, this what he went to the feds for.
New on the night, Team Ann on just one station. Surveillance video offering a new view of the moment gunshots rang out in a South Florida neighborhood. The night team's Sheldon Fox is live in Bay Harbor Islands with this exclusive. Sheldon.
Famous rapper Belky's exotic cars, picturesque island community in South Florida. It's got all you need to shoot a music video, right? Except this was no music video. This was the real thing, and there were shots all right, but shots that put two in the hospital. Broad daylight bullets, two hit, over $500,000 in exotic cars. All of it on surveillance video obtained exclusively by 7 News from October in ultra-quiet Bay Harbor Islands. I got that night because I'm fine. And it involves a recording artist, Pooh Shiesty, except unlike this clip, what happened here was no music video. The footage shows a McLaren sports car, Mercedes Maybach, and another Mercedes pull into this East Bay Harbor Drive condo parking lot. Men from the vehicles eventually get out and meet, and then this. The man in the white shirt has a pistol. The man in the black sweatshirt has a longer gun, and at about the same time, they begin firing before retreating back to the Maybach. The fancy getaway cars speed off, and one of 2 victims then hobbles to the car.
Skyforce 836.
The victims ended up at Aventura Hospital with injuries. But back to the scene for a moment. Police say the famous rapper was in that McLaren.
If I shoot my gun, 300 shots.
Police and prosecutors say Pooh Shiesty was part of the group that ended up in this parking lot that October afternoon where the shots flew, and it happened right across the street from the police department and town hall here in Bay Harbor Islands, and days before an arrest. The town of Bay Harbor Islands says you're wanted for aggravated battery with a deadly weapon. He's also charged with armed robbery. Bay Harbor Police names one other for aggravated battery in their affidavit, saying the 2 left the state in a private jet. Police also using these Instagram photos, showing Shiesty with an assault-style rifle and cash as part of their case. They say the shooting came as one of the victims tried selling high-end sneakers and marijuana. Who, they got the right guy? Lontrell Williams is Pooh Shiesty's real name, and he bonded out on $30,000 bond shortly after that.
Okay, good morning. Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest warrant. It was issued June 3rd. It's charging you with aggravated battery with a firearm, and you have 2 attorneys here, or is it, I'm sorry, 2 attorneys in the state. Go ahead. You want to announce again?
Brad Cohen and Sam Zegny for the defendant.
All right. Have you had a chance to review the arrest warrant?
Yes, Judge, we have.
Let's review as well.
Shiesty and Big 30 are facing federal charges for allegedly kidnapping and robbing rapper Gucci Mane. This comes just one day after Fox 13 broke the story about a raid at a Cordoba home that belongs to Pooh Shiesty's dad. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for being with us tonight. I'm Darcy Thomas. A neighbor told Fox 13 that raid started around 5:30 yesterday morning.
These couple of loud booms, so I came outside and, I heard them.
Back when Gucci didn't have good sense.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the case of State of Georgia versus Radrick Davis. My name is Jesse Gall. Mr. Davis, you...
It states the same thing, just based on what the criminal history of Mr. Davis, we must ask for a new.
I asked him and confirmed that there was no attempt to serve him at a studio, at a residence. Accordingly,
that was Gucci before he went to jail.
Contacted fugitive, knowing from doing this for a while, of information about my client. I do want to say that I have a community service letter from somebody with the Atlanta Public Schools.
What's going on, man? Can you hear me? I guess Big 30 is one of these dudes. Crazy, man. What game y'all in? Y'all crazy. Hey, man, look. At the end of the day, man. At the end of the day got the end, folks. I ain't figured this one out, bro. Whatever y'all had done, man, it couldn't have been no good for nobody. For real, for real. Cause it finna be over with. I'm no judge. I'm no lawyer. I'm no idiot neither. Well, not fully, but let me see. I want to go back over here, and do like this. Let's get up. Man, they this in halfway out. You stupid. Cole, you stupid.
Another question, follow up to that. These defendants have had their public hearing already, their initial appearance, and so it's already out there that this individual has been charged, and so that information is in the public record. But I trust that the agents will be able to identify this person and find them and bring them to justice. Of course, that person can turn themselves in immediately.
Two questions. This is Chase with the Dallas Morning News again. So the initial incident happens in January 10th. We're here in April. Can you describe the timeline and the length of time, why we're talking about this now? Because it sounds like these arrests happened recently. And then the second part of that question, did all of the arrests happen yesterday, or were they happening over the span of time that we're talking about?
Yeah, good questions. I'll start with the last part. 8 of the 9 happened yesterday, and then we're still working on one more. And that was, again, a lot of those happened in Memphis. One happened in Nashville, and we're working now with our Georgia counterparts to get the last.
At the end of the day, we got appliances. At the end of the day, man, don't do crime, bro. Don't break the law. And value your freedom, man. I don't know what to say to this. This a different kind of this a different kind of ignorance, bro. This shit is beyond me, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I have been dumb before. I have been really dumb before. I think if I just had to put like some clinical Lugazi off in here, I'm gonna say that my man here messed up because he's having an effect on the world. Like the whole world's wearing shiesty masks. Never mind we had COVID, but he probably, you know what I mean? He affecting everybody in the world. And then maybe you think you some type of powerful person and you can't be dealt with. You that powerful. I don't know what your dad on, but he a little slow too. I think that you niggas is mildly retarded. I think that everybody in your crew, I think the Big 30, Pooh Shiesty, everybody, all y'all cousins and brothers at the same time. I think that's what's going on. I think y'all all related. I think your mama and your daddies is brothers and sisters. That's the only thing I can come up with. At the end of the day, hey, tough titty, nigga. I'm out, bro. This shit crazy.